Hi guys and welcome to my review of One Piece chapter 875. I might repeat a few things that I said by the end of my live reaction yesterday because I don't fully remember what I said and what I just thought about in my head, so but yeah, a lot of things happened this chapter, like a lot of things, but like small things that we can talk about pretty quickly. Hopefully we won't get over 10 minutes, but I've been talking a lot today, so who knows. We're gonna start with let's start with Luffy and the Prometheus thing, because that was the first thing that came to mind, and it's pretty early in the chapter. Luffy uses jet gatling against Prometheus, and it doesn't work even though he uses armament haki. Now armament haki is like the counter for a lot of shit. Especially Logia types. Like that's the one thing you can use against Logia types, except for obviously Sea Stone. That's what we call it, Sea Stone? And Luffy's immediately like, okay, so it doesn't work, so this is worse than a Logia type. So the reason that it doesn't work, I'm gonna presume here, is that it's because Prometheus is like the manifestation of Big Mom's soul rather than actually being a Logia type, and because it is made from a Delphi power, and by definition, armament haki should work against whatever type of Delphi power you have. Like, it's not just against Logia, because we know that it works against Luffy as well, even though he's a Paramecia. So it doesn't have anything to do with the type of Delphi fruit anyway. But it must be because even though it's made from a Delphi fruit, the essence of it is a soul, and you can't use that. Like, you can't use armament haki against that. But that would, because the reason that it is important is because Brook also uses soul powers. So would that make some of his attacks immune to armament haki? Because he has like a bunch of different things. But if his, like, when he goes into his soul ghost mode, right? Is that then also immune to armor? So you can't attack that even if you're using armament haki or any type of power, because that's a soul and not, because even though it is the product of him using his Delphi power, is still a soul, so it would be like the same kind of thing, right? So I wonder if that's a thing. What else can Brook do that would then trump the powers of armament haki? Because that's pretty powerful. Like, the one thing that everybody in the New World basically has as the safety of dealing with powerful Delphi users is we have armament haki. But if Brook can do shit that's immune to that, that's freaking powerful. I think that's really cool to think about what kind of other stuff he can do. Because if he can start fighting with his soul, like the soul thing he can do, that'd be pretty cool. Because as of now, we've mostly seen him do it when he's in captivity, or to go through walls and spy on people and stuff like that, which is I guess a primary sort of what you would do with a ghost. Like, you can just go through walls so you can see things you're not supposed to see. But if you can start fighting with that or do some sort of attack, kind of like Perona, that she had the little ghost that could explode, that'd be pretty deadly, I think. Another thing, while we're in the forest, two more things. Let's start with Jinbei. He explains to the Straw Hats, or at least the Straw Hats who are there, Big Mom's food tantrums. And I talked about this in the live reaction. It's important that he explains it if Sanji is to make the cake, because then he knows the source of it. And as both Luffy and Carrot mentioned, they both ate some of the cake, so they know how it tastes. I said this as well, they will then know if this is the right taste for the cake, so they'll be the taste testers. And I don't think those comments would have been in there if that's not gonna happen at some point. So that just furthers the theory that Sanji's gonna make the cake. But also it explains, because I saw a few people, I think it was on Twitter, who were I mean, yeah, Nami did the cool thing where she did her tempo and just took everything out, or as far as we know, she took everything out, or everyone, I guess. But it was kind of bullshit because Big Mom was there, and Big Mom's a freaking Yonko. But it's as Jinbei said, she doesn't really think too clearly when she's in those she has a one-track mind to, I want to get the wedding cake, the Straw Hats have the wedding cake, aka I'm gonna go after them, and she doesn't really think things through. Because I don't know how intelligent Big Mom is. Like, she can't have been not intelligent to get to where she is. But I don't get the vibe from her that she's like super intelligent as I initially thought of that she was. But she's definitely a lot less intelligent in the state of I just want the wedding cake. So it would make sense for her to not really like for them to stand a bigger chance of getting away and getting their attacks in, at least on her. And then there was the scarecrow things. Some people were saying that might be Pedro's soul life form thing, because he had, what was it, 50 years taken from him? 50, 60, something like that. It could be. I mean, it had the little Pedro, was it? And you have, like, Pedro had the little thing, so that might be a thing. Just put... That, this wasn't my idea. I completely, like, missed that when I did the live reaction, then I just read the comments, so I can't take credit for that at all. But yeah, important to point out. We have Nami doing her attack. I talked about this. Really cool. I fangirled about it, believe, and if I didn't, I should have, because Nami, yes. Also, I think it was the last live reaction I did. The title of my video was I Love Nami, like in capital letters, just like me just fangirling over Nami. And then I had one comment being like, I really hate Nami, she's a bitch. And I was like, why would you click a video called I Love Nami if you don't like her? There's just no point. So yeah, that was sidetrack. Going further, let's talk about Brook and Chopper, because they had two things that I thought was interesting in this chapter. The first one being when they were in the submarine, they saw a merman fishing, apparently under the sea, whatever. I said in the live reaction, I think it's sun pirates. I still do think it's sun pirates who are like there, as, I don't know, backup, whatever, because they left Peckham's on the shore, and he then got back to the others, but they left him there and went do their thing, right? And even though, like, Jinbei at this point has said, yeah, he's gonna join the Straw Hats, and he's basically a Straw Hat at this point, they're still, like, allies with the Straw Hats / Jinbei, because they have a lot of respect for both of them. So my presumed guess is that they're gonna help out, because Luffy and the Straw Hats are in desperate need of manpower, because they're completely outnumbered on this island. It's like crazy. So I think they're gonna come into play. And then you have by the end when they get to the Sunny, Brook and Chopper, and they basically just refuse to surrender or whatever, because they were like, I mean, you could basically just leave this island, like, it's fine. But they were gonna take the ship back and wait for Luffy and the others, because obviously they have faith in their captain, because even though they saw the big explosion, what are the chances that Luffy is dead, really? So they're gonna try to fight and take the ship back from Peros and Katakuri and the other people who are there, which is gonna be completely crazy. I wonder what they can do against those two. I don't know who would fight who. I don't know what would happen. I don't think they can win. Because, I mean, a lot of people were against my Sanji should fight Katakuri, because obviously Katakuri is so much out of Sanji's league, so what are Sanji and Chopper, not Sanji, Brook and Chopper gonna do against Katakuri and Peros and the other foot soldiers that are there? Like, I don't think they can win by themselves, unless they, like, I was about to say push the others in the ocean, but they're also Delphoid users, so I don't know how that would work. Unless, like, Brook just kind of, like, dove in, because he doesn't need to breathe. So he could potentially, like, just take someone, force them into the ocean, and just, like, hope someone saves him, because he doesn't need to breathe, that's fine. He'd be kind of like Jack under the sea. Don't think that'll happen, but it'd be cool if it happened at some point. Because he can do that. Also, no one would expect a Delphoid user to just willingly dive into the sea, so that'd be a good trump card. I think I'm missing something. Oh yeah, Pudding and what's her name? Chiffon. I think their thing at the end was cute. Like, I think it was really great to see Chiffon have that little speech about being thankful with words and being thankful with actions. And I really love her relationship with Capone, because Capone just turns into a completely different person with her, which, like, that's true love right there, right? It was nice. It did something for the story, obviously, because now they join forces. and then you have Pudding by the end, just personality changes all the time. I mean, I talked about how it makes sense for her to be confused and have like the confused personality, because it makes sense as well with her character, how she's always acted this sweet kind of girl and been more of a bitch. But it would make sense then, like, when she's trying to do something good, she's still kind of like, because her genuine feelings are like confusing, and I think just because I think, like, it's again the thing, she knows she wants to do something nice for Sanji because he was nice to her despite knowing the true her, but she's still like, yeah, I'm a bit, because Pudding just, I don't want to judge her until everything is over, because I don't know what she'll do, and on one hand, it's really fun that I don't know what the heck she'll do, because it's easy to say, oh, she'll just help Sanji and she'll help bake the cake, because her and Chiffon are there as well, so they'll do like this combined chefing thing, which again would make sense because it's a massive cake, right? And it took them like 3 days to make, so it would make sense if they have like 3 really good chefs combining their powers and make the cake. But I feel like that's a little too easy, and I don't trust Oda at all with her character, or just this arc in general. Like, it's so up and down and back and forth, and just, what the heck? And I know, like, 10% of the fandom hates it, and, like, then 20% loves it, and the rest of you are like, I don't know. I personally still love it, but it's like, I don't trust this at all. It's again this arc versus Dressrosa, like, with Dressrosa is, like, kind of predictable, you know who to root for, you know, like, every character has like their thing, and you know kind of what they want and stuff like that. With this arc, it's like all over the place. It's like alliances here and there. You have Capone who's like, I don't care, but then you have his wife who's like, oh, I do care. You have Pudding who's just like so you have Big Mom who goes between like temper tantrum and not temper tantrum and wants different things, and you have the children who you're not quite sure what their alliances are, because I'm still in the theory that some of her children will go against her. Especially if you start killing more of them, because if she will get to Cacao Town or whatever it's called, Cacao Island, and I think she'll kill someone there. I think she already killed like one child, one of her children in this arc. So why not kill more of them? Like, how ironic would it be if she accidentally killed one of the commanders? I mean, it won't happen, but imagine. So yeah, I don't trust anything Pudding does. Also, because, like, there are little hearts when she does the thing, but she looks really evil in the next panel, and just... yeah. I think she's just, like, confused and not in love, but she definitely has a crush. Yeah, I'm gonna stop talking now, because now we're in the everything is confusing. Pudding's character, like, she's the one thing I could see myself being disappointed by the end of the arc. Depending on what she does and what the resolution between her and Sanji is, because everything so far I'm really on board with. Possibly again, it depends on what happens by the end here. But Pudding is like the one character or thing where I'm like, I don't know. So yeah, I'm gonna stop talking because I'm way over 10 minutes now. Okay, so you can leave a like if you like anything I had to say. Leave in the comments below what you thought of the chapter and what you think of Pudding, I guess. I don't know. And you can subscribe if you want to see more. And until next time, bye.